Hello there, Qckslvrslash here, and today I have a video courtesy of Jester 04 driving the German beast, the Großer Kurfürst, biggest ship in the game right now, and she just dwarfs everything. Even the Yamato looks tiny next to her. And as you can see, he's playing alongside myself and my Minotaur and Timmy G in his gearing. We're up against a couple other guys from OP Gaming, Porsche, Racer, and Never Forgotten on the other team. We've been kind of simul-dropping with them, getting into battles against one another, and I know in this battle I was out for revenge because the previous one, Never Forgotten, had absolutely obliterated me in my Minotaur. I drove out of some smoke. I thought I was going slow enough when I activated it, and the puff just didn't come quite in time. Never lined me up and blapped me, pretty much one-hitting me. Maybe it was 2 volleys it took, but either way, I wasn't happy to have died right at the start of the battle in an embarrassing fashion. So I knew in this one, if I see him, I'm going to go like bull scene red and just try to murder him. And right now we don't really have an indication of where the enemy team's going, but we know our team is pretty much driving north. Couple tier 10s in a division, go to group 3, and it seems the whole team really just falls in behind. Other than those 2 guys kind of being brave soldiers, charging off to cap 1. And we get the enemy team spotted. They all look to be going south. Jester uses his plane to get that additional range out to 24.7 kilometers. Takes a half second to aim a shot, and well, he is dialed in on this match because as you're about to see, he's getting a Citadel from that hit. There it is, 20 points, 20,655 damage off a first volley with barely a second to aim there that he actually took. Very impressive shot, and well, when your game starts like that, you just kind of know you're going to have a good one. I know the same is true for me when I drive my battleships. If the first volley ends up in a Citadel, I'm just happy and things seem to go better. So hopefully for my team and Jester's team, things do go well for us. And they look like they might be for me personally, as Never gets spotted, side onto me, and you can see I managed to do some really quick damage utilizing the Minotaur's rapid rate of fire to at least punch away at some of his hit points. Meanwhile, we found the other OP gaming member, Porsche Racer, is spotted and almost grounded, so this could be a bit of an easy shot for Jester if they all connect. And you'll notice one important thing he was doing there, the zooming in and out in this case, I believe he was doing just to check that his guns were going to clear the island. He was getting that marker intermittently, and sometimes I find it displays when your guns are all clear, and other times it won't display when you're about to shoot broadside into a mountain. So you have to be a little careful and, look about before taking an entire shot, especially driving something like this. And a bit of an odd shot there. I don't think he's all the way zoomed in, firing through the side of a hill, and he connects 4,400 damage. That's quite the lucky shot, and I honestly think it wasn't luck. That's definitely just skill, understanding what Porsche was doing with his ship and where approximately to aim when you see one of those markers behind a hill. Now, a bit of a replay bug here. You'll notice the enemy Kurfürst is what is targeted, but I can definitely tell you in-game he had Porsche targeted. We were all trying to get rid of him. You can see my shells raining down intermittently on both the Kurfürst and Porsche as we try to get a couple dangerous ships off this battle quickly. The Des Moines to me and the Minotaur is very deadly, as it's one of, if not their only, radar ship. And, well, the Kurfürst can definitely do damage if its guns are allowed to fire. Case in point, Jester picks up a kill on Porsche Racer, taking out one of our clanmates, and now he's going to go to town on this enemy Kurfürst. 4,400 damage. Not the greatest hit, but it all adds up, right? Now, unfortunately for our team, out of the 2 guys who went south, one is still alive. Well, now he's dead. He's cowering behind the island there. And the rest of the team's kind of driven up after us. And I get the urge for them to do that. They see 3 ships in a division. Well, they're all going that way. Let's go that way too. But it means the enemy's gotten both caps 1 and 2. And we're not really in a great position to contest that just yet. And, well, fortunately here, or unfortunately if you're never forgotten, he's gotten himself into a tricky spot. He can't back up, because if he does, he'll expose himself to me. And, well, he can't really go forward because those torpedoes, he's got to be careful. It's going to just slip by. And at this point for Never Forgotten, it's really just do as much damage as you can. And right there we also see Jester just used his first repair party. It was down to about 80,000 health. And it'll be up above 90 before that runs out. Solid 10,000 K hit, though the second set of shells there kind of missed. Actually, those may have been Timmy's, not a second set. And, well, I managed to exact my revenge in my Minotaur, finishing Never off. I know I gave a bit of a full laugh when we were all on TeamSpeak together, and well, at this point, I'd still say it could be anybody's game. We're down by a kill, but we're only down 100 points right now. This Kurfürst is pretty much sitting still, side on to both myself and Jester, and he's gonna eat some damage. But the problem our team really faces is all 3 of our battleships are up here, and it would be fine if it had just been Jester, but those other 2 kind of just following up into the middle of 3 doesn't help us out at all. And our cruisers are all spreading out, kind of in the middle of the area between caps 2 and 3. And spreading out is not how you win battles in cruisers, because you're going to get focused down very quickly. Jester manages another 4k damage to that Kurfürst, and unfortunately, he's doing a pretty good job of staying alive. Kurfürst does have some very tanky armor, making it a little difficult to get massive damage in, and you can actually see right here Jester lining up a shot between those 2 chunks of land, and they're not looking too bad. Is he going to pick up a kill? No, 1 penetrating hit for 0 damage. That's always a little frustrating, and I think what's more frustrating is watching the team vanish here. And we've done some damage to enemy ships, case in point that Kurfürst, who is almost dead, but we're not going to be able to finish him off. Now, Jester gets a bit of a gift in the form of a Zhao side on. Unfortunately, the Zhao knows exactly where he is and what he's doing, and he got his engines going forward just in time. The shell's landing kind of just after those rear guns, and ends up with 3 over-penetrating hits for a few thousand damage, but none of those citadels you pray for. And to continue to make things kind of harder, those 2 other battleships just keep driving north. They're putting themselves behind the island. They're not going to be able to shoot at really anything, which means, honestly, a lot of the weight of this game is about to fall on Jester's shoulders, and, well, he's going to be one to definitely carry this. He's already managed 77,000 damage in the first 10 minutes, we'll call it, which is about 7 or 8,000 damage per minute. Not a bad rate, not exceptional, and, well, I can tell you this, things are about to become exceptional. Has a couple seconds to aim at that chappie, once again gets the shells off right before he disappears, and from that last known position as the chappie fires, those are looking great. Picks up 2 citadels and the kill, and almost 20,000 damage, and now he's got a couple targets to choose from. He's got a more or less nose in Yamato, or one that's just sailing side on, and I do not get it. Yes, the Yamato has tanky armor, but she's really only good from the front, as Jester is about to prove. Full broadside at the Yamato, and, well, not a ton of damage out of that one, actually. Kind of under-rolls, bit unlucky with RNG, but Jester doesn't make mistakes twice. I don't even think that was a mistake, just some bad RNG. And almost lucky for him, that enemy Yamato hasn't really learned the lesson. Still side on. Jester trues up his aim, fires off. These ones are looking great, and 3 Citadels, 52,000 damage in one volley. And I can guarantee you, Carson Wader is not feeling so smug now. Or maybe he is. Maybe he goes, what the heck just hit me? Like, that's impossible, and he's freaking out because he does nothing to change his situation. Still sailing side on, Jester fires before he even breaks the edge of the land, knowing he's sailing in a straight line. Another 20,000 damage there with the single Citadel, and, well, that Yamato is going to get finished off in a hurry by the rest of us here. Montana gets the finishing kill, and you can see me sitting behind that island just in front of Jester, and I kind of make a poor decision myself right here. I go, Admiral Mudkip has to die. Things in my head were looking way more dire than they actually were. I think we're technically actually up 1 kill here. Jester clearly knew that no need to push, and I wish one of them had spouted in my ear, no, just sit there, Slash. Because I go charging out thinking that Fletcher had to have used his torpedoes trying to put them in front of Jester, and boy was I wrong. I try to maneuver, but the Minotaur, well, she's quick to accelerate, she's not that quick to turn, and I'm going to eat crap as Jester lines up that enemy to cow. And, well, the shots aren't looking that great, but one of them goes into the hypercritical toilet paper compartment and gets the Citadel right at the bow. Bit of an oddity. Maybe the shells just aren't right where they should be, but Jester knows where to aim now, and he's not going to let that stop him. Gets another kill, gets another Citadel, picks up the kill, and just right away switches to the next target. It's been absolutely seamless over this battle. I think pretty much every single time his guns have been ready to fire that something is spotted, he is putting shells in the air and they are connecting. And that is really the mark of a solid battleship player, is you don't waste shots and you do the damage when you have the chances. He's already got high caliber and Confederate, 225,000 damage, 13 minutes in, and really Jester's just getting warmed up at this point. Things aren't going so hot for our team, though. We're still 1 kill ahead for the time being. But we're 150 points down, so team definitely has to play smart, but it's not that dire. Well, at least it's not that dire yet. If we let things continue the way they are, yes, we're going to run into a wall where we just can't get rid of points quick enough. But for the time being, we're in a good place, and I really think Jester knows that. He's calmly shooting at Dusty Bone here, making his damage count, pecking away at that battleship, and he's putting this island between him, the Zhao, and the Fletcher. He's going to really remove any chance that torpedoes are going to be an issue for him. Sure, some get spotted, and, well, they miss Jester, but they finish off Timmy G, unfortunately, there in the smoke. And now things are starting to look a little worse. That point shift hurt us. We've got just over 100 points to go till they cap out, and things are pretty even right now. Thankfully, there's a pair of battleships not too far from Jester, and with the way he's been shooting, I really think he has the chance to keep carrying this game. Our Newt has decided to come back for more and still hasn't adjusted his profile, sitting side on once again. And, well, Jester gets all 4 guns involved. He's not going to make a mistake here. Pretty much perfect aim, right center of mass. Those shells are all looking good, and just about 13,000 damage. No Citadels, but like I said, the Großer Kurfürst is a tough nut to crack, even when that's side on. And, well, he's turning, just giving an even flatter profile. Jester's going to put the shells in the air. Unfortunately, our Montana just ahead is about to land a big hit and get the kill. So Jester's up to 276,000 damage, but only 3 kills, and, well, that's going to change too. That Iowa is sailing broadside on, and ooh, points are not looking good. They weren't looking good when that other Kurfürst died, and we're back to within 50 of losing it here. 17-kilometer shot because that Iowa is nose into the Montana. Well, no, he's actually turned a bit to the Montana, but well, Montana's not going to have a chance to shoot him because Jester lands the Citadel, picks up the kill, and instantly has his guns coming over, ready to shoot at the Zhao, pretty much as they're loaded. Once again, guns are loaded, getting a shot at something side on. And I cannot stress at this tier how important it is to keep all your guns firing. When you sit around as a battleship, your potential damage you can do with those shells. Case in point, another Citadel, another kill. The potential damage those shells carry. You're hurting your team by carrying them too long. Just like you're hurting your team if you waste them shooting at something that you're not really going to do damage to. But Jester has done none of that this battle, making every single volley count. He's got a Fletcher almost 16 kilometers away, getting picked on by a couple ships, but, well, first set go a little long, second set aren't looking great, but it's not going to take much. Gets the kill and the hit, 16 kilometers away. And man oh man is Jester on fire today. And now there's just one ship left. Things are looking good for our team. We're about to capture 2. Our Montana, for some reason, has decided to try to drive to 1, despite the fact that he'll never get there in 3 minutes. And, well, honestly, Dusty Moan's not going to last that long if he keeps giving his side to Jester. But he manages to turn, ducking those shells, prolonging this just a little longer. Finally, the scores are even again as far as points go. And I think Dusty Bones really focusing in on that Hindenburg. Trying to pick it in, I'm not entirely sure. You'd think his guns would be over, pointing at the battleship that's really the biggest threat to him. Because, well, there's 8,900 damage and hit points he no longer has. Here comes the next volley. And this one may not do as much, he's turned into it. One penetrating hit, no damage, must have been absorbed by a module, but he keeps turning. And he's about to just give his broadside, and, well, this won't be the volley that finishes him, but it's definitely going to take him into that single volley range. Another 8,000 damage, one more hit like that, and this one's over. And, well, there's the shells and the game. Now just take a moment and appreciate what Jester did there. 818,000 credits, 10,000 experience, high caliber, dreadnought, Confederate, Kraken Unleashed, 320,000 damage, 7 kills, 11 citadels. Hands down, one of the best games I think I've ever seen, if not the best. And it was just a pleasure to be involved, and I got to watch it firsthand after I died. And no surprise, top of the team with 3285 base experience, outshining all of us. You can add me and the second place Montana together, and I think we only just crack and outdo him, but he was alone, and just what a game. Look at the damage across the board. 81,000 to the Kurfürst, the Chappie, to Cow, Des Moines, Zowie, finished them all off, and more. The Fletcher, the Iowa, it was just a game on fire for him. And it started right with that first volley in the Chapayev, getting the Citadel, 20,000 damage on the board with a 23-kilometer shot. When you're aiming that quickly and precisely, you're going to have a game like this. And at the end of the day, walked away with 606,000 credits, 10,000 experience. And, well, it's not going anywhere on this commander because, as you can see, he's pretty much trained out. But what a game. I have to thank you, Jester, for sharing this with me. I loved being there to play it, commentating it. It just never gets old. I've watched it a couple times now, and I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, consider giving a thumbs up or subscribing to the channel, and go back a video, enter my contest, 500 subscriber giveaway, giving away a couple ships, some flag packs, doubloons, all you got to do is be a subscriber and comment on that video to be entered. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. And as always, I'm Qckslvrslash. I'll have another one for you later.